A very, very good morning to you. Welcome. It is, of course, Wake Up with Hobbymaker. My name's Ben Murray, and I'm going to be with you from 6 until 8. And you may have noticed this gentleman here next to me, and the eagle-eyed amongst you will know that it's Jason Wilkes from Burton Gertz. How are we?
Very good, Ben. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm very well. All the better for seeing you, Jason, because this is our first show together, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It is. Yeah. And you've been up very early to come and see us at 6 o'clock this morning?
I have, yes. Yeah, very, very early.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, listen, we've got lots and lots to get through this morning, haven't we? We've got loads that we want to show you. We've got some great brand new product here. We've got a recap on some of the Burton Gertz products as well. So without further ado, should we get into it? Because you brought us this lovely lady this morning, haven't you? You've brought us Angel.
Yeah, this is our Angel. So we introduced Ella, was one of our characters that we introduced on the last show that we did, which was our Paris theme. And then this is Angel, which is the new in the characters that we're bringing to you.
Okay, absolutely brilliant. And we're going to have some demos. You're going to show us a little bit about Angel. It's worth noting, so this is a brand new launch to us here.
Absolutely brand new.
And it's worth noting that many of you will know that are regulars to Wake Up with Hobbymaker, in particular the Wake Up shows in the morning, is we're able to bring you some fantastic deals. But one of the reasons we're able to bring you some fantastic deals is because either we don't have mountains and mountains of stock of a particular item, so we can bring you a really, really good price, or it's a brand new introductory launch. And actually, this is a combination of the two, isn't it? Because we can't do everything at a fantastic price, otherwise we wouldn't be here. So we've got a limited amount of stock of Angel at this fantastic price, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. And you get her in 2 sizes, and you get the sentiment with her as well.
Brilliant. So let's just have a very quick look and see what we get in our set. So we've got, these are just some samples, of course, with Angel. I like the way that she's been decorated very differently to give you a very different feel, because they're not tied to any particular occasion.
No, they're not tied to any particular occasion. And as you say, the different colours completely change the look and feel of her. I've used a lot of the Zila products that people will know that we use. So I've used the oil pastels, I've used pencils, I've used pens, and you can use all of that, the stuff that we bring to you and stuff that's already in your stash as well, straight onto the MDF.
Absolutely brilliant. And for those of you that are new to this type of crafting, perhaps not familiar with the MDF shapes and so on, they come in a sheet which has already been, how do you cut these? Are they laser cut?
They're laser cut by me, yeah.
Laser cut by you?
Yeah.
By your own fan?
Yeah.
Freehand?
Not quite.
Oh, okay.
Not quite.
So this is how they actually come, isn't it? And you just pop these out. So these are the 2 different sizes we get. We've got the larger one, and then there's also the smaller one here as well, which I'll just bring in that little sample so you can see as well. And so what sort of occurs to me is, because these are, if you like, toppers.
They can be, yeah. They can be used in kind of mixed media projects like we've done straight onto MDF. You could use them onto cards. You can use them in your home decor. You can use them on a variety of different things. And the wings are kind of a recurring theme through mixed media. So it kind of made sense to bring Angel in and give her the wings, but you can use them separately. So if you want to use her on her own, you can do. You can use the other embellishments that we've got that go with her as well.
I love it.
So yeah, she's very versatile. You can do a lot with her.
And then what have we got here? What are the little?
So we've got the little names so that you can put them with them, and you can just use those if you want to.
Yes.
And then we've got a little nice kind of positive sentiment down the bottom that she believes she could fly, and she did. Brilliant.
I love it. So you can use these together, you can layer them up, you can use them separately, the wings on their own, you can use Angel on her own, and there's lots of options. And they literally just, I'm not going to do it now, but they just pop out of the MDF sheet.
They do.
And you're good to go. And you can use all sorts of materials on them. So you're going to show us a little bit of how to
I am, yeah. And just to say, once they have popped out, you're left with the waste. That could be a stencil that you can go through and
that's a very clever idea,
reuse
Jason.
those.
I love that. So, for instance, the wings, you pop it out and you could ink through that and do also. Oh, I love that. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. So, £6.50 is the price on the screen, as you can see at the moment. Don't forget, already we don't have mountains and mountains of stock of these. It's worth reminding you of that. We bring you great prices on the Wake Up show because we launched these products and we want to get the ball rolling and want to do you a good deal to get the ball rolling. In fact, we've already had some people checking out on these and there's less than 30 available now. So if you're interested in these, don't forget to get stuck in and get them checked out. And even better, I don't know if you know this, Jason, but on the Wake Up show at 6 o'clock in the morning, a lucky viewer can win their breakfast baskets.
Yep.
How do we do it? I hear you cry. Shop to win our breakfast basket between 6 and 7. What we need you to do is anybody that checks out between 6 and 7 this morning will automatically be entered into our draw, which will be drawn before 7 o'clock this morning, but we will announce it during the 7 o'clock hour. So between 7 and 8 we'll announce the winner. Check out by 7 a.m. to be included. And whatever the value is of your basket, it doesn't matter if it's £6.50 or £650. One lucky winner will win their breakfast basket this morning.
That's fantastic.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Without further ado, let's
Right.
get cracking.
Okay, so I'm going to work on this kind of version that I've got here.
Okay.
And I've added extra embellishments to her, but I'm going to start with using the Zila pens. So I'm going to bring in some of the pink colours. We'll do a similar, may not be exactly the same colours as that one, but you'll get the kind of the look and feel of her.
It's worth noting, by the way, that the Zila pens and the Zila collection are all available on the website. When you click over to the website and click Watch Now, you'll see everything that's coming up on the show available to pre-order underneath.
So the Zila pens that we bring you are double-ended, so they've got a fine liner on one end and a brush on the other, so you can see the fine liner. They're really unusual, so throwing the cap around.
Let me grab that.
Thank you. They're unusual because, particularly with pens, you tend to get a brush and a chisel end.
Yes.
So it is unusual to get the fine liner, particularly in a colour.
Yes.
So we do bring you packs of the fine liners in the black and grey and sepia, which again, they're a great product. But it is unusual. Sorry, I'm putting my...
We can see the brim. Do you say brim or rim?
brim.
Brim of your
yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
There we
So
go.
I'm just colouring her in. So you'll see that she's got engraved lines on her, and your pen kind of can go up to those lines, and you'll feel it as you. If people are not familiar with MDF, particularly kind of laser cut MDF, your pen just needs to kind of skim the surface. Really, you're not trying to push deeply into it. You'll see that the colour takes very well. And we're just going straight on to the MDF. I've not prepared it in any way. This is just as it'll come to you.
So you don't need to prime it, you don't need to add any PVA or any sealant or anything like that. You can colour directly onto...
We have gesso that's available that
Yes.
if you want to put a base down, and I've used that on the background of the tag there.
Yes.
And that will give you, because you're applying colour to basically a brown background.
Yes.
That will change the colour slightly. So if you want to have a more vivid colour, then you might want to put some gesso down, but you don't have to.
No.
So I'm just going to continue colouring her skirt, so we're getting the idea of how quickly you can kind of colour these in.
And in the gesso pens, how many are we getting in the set there?
So
Sorry, not the gesso pens.
The water-based pen, yeah, you get 24 in there, and they're fantastic colours. They're very modern, vibrant kind of colours. So I've got them here.
Oh, yes. Let's have a quick look. So we've got the Zila pen. Zila's always popular, isn't it?
It is.
Whenever we have Zila on the show, it's always popular. It's a fantastic range. And in actual fact, we've got a wide range of Zila items on the show and on the website as well. You know, including we've got brushes and we've got paints, some of the things on the background here, water-soluble oil pastels, acrylic paints. We've got the watercolour pads as well. We've even got a little set as well, which we'll talk about in a little while, which is the paints and the pad and so on. But yeah, really vibrant colours that we've got there,
And
Jason.
Zila, like ourselves, are a British company. They're a family business, and they're a fantastic company to work with. I'm very proud to present their products, and they have a fantastic range of stuff, and we're working with them to bring even more to you. So the range of stuff that we have on the website, just is fantastic. We haven't got enough space to bring everything.
I love these, very vibrant, and I love the idea, like you've said, you've got the brush end and you've got the fine liner end, which again is a little bit unusual.
So
there we go, fantastic.
what I've done with her is just coloured in the dress and the hair, made her quite vibrant.
Yes.
And I'm just going to use some of our glue to stick her to the wings.
Okay.
Now I've left her face and the wings just untreated MDF.
Yes.
To show you that you can. You don't
Yes.
always have to colour it all in.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to apply some glue.
In fact, I think that works really well, particularly on the wings as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and with this colour palette as well, it works quite nicely. So to have that. So then I've got one of the heart wings that's on the Fairies Wings and Things embellishment board that's new today as well.
Okay.
And again, I'm just going to use the pinks and to colour this in. And then we're just going to add a bit of extra colour onto the tips of the wings to just add some definition. And you can see I'm not being particularly careful of how I'm doing this. I'm just applying colour straight down. And even though we won't see all of this, I'm just going to colour. There we go.
And what's interesting as well is that you can use these as standalone items, can't you? Or you can use them as toppers as well,
yeah.
embellishments on other creations. So maybe whether you're a card maker, whether you're scrapbooking, excuse me, multimedia pieces, frames and so on, which we can talk about a little bit later. So it's a really, really versatile sort of product, isn't it? This that you can see on the screen at the moment is actually, this is the Wings and Things MDF embellishment collection, which again, just like the Angel collection, is just £6.50. If you are new and you to something like the MDF, and you've never used it before, this is a great entry point as well, because at £6.50,
it is.
It's a great way to.
It's a fantastic way to start.
Have a go, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and like we say, we can use. You know, if you're a card maker, you can use these in your card making. You can use them in different ways.
Yeah.
You can use them to embellish things that you may already have, like notebooks and things like that. You know, to personalise them, add a bit of your own personality to them.
And I'm thinking about the added value as well, because if you've got a card or something like that you've created, and you add these sorts of embellishments, you're adding value to the card as well, aren't you? You think you can, if you sell your cards, you can sell them for that bit more. What is the Angel policy on these?
You can make and sell whatever you want. So we run our own events around the country.
Yeah.
So if people want to bring them to our events, even better. But
fantastic. If you're not familiar with Jason's events, what are they called?
It's Burton Gertz. Everything
Gertz?
comes under the Burton Gertz umbrella. So.
There we go. So keep an eye on the social media and have a look out for Burton Gert's own events. So some of these shapes that we've got on here, I mean, these are, how many did we got on here, Ellie, did you say? 22? 22?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. So that's what, about 30 pence an embellishment?
I always have to
Something
count
like
them
that?
at least twice.
Yeah? And what have we got on here then? Let's have a little
We've
look.
got various different fairies on here. We've got the heart wings that I'm using here. We've got some feathers. I know kind of white feathers are particularly important to some people.
Yes.
And you know, they have a meaning behind them. And then we've got the couple of words on here. So we've got magic and believe.
And the feathers I love there as well, and the stars, fantastic. Lots and lots of different, and as you say, great for embellishments, great for toppers, great for multimedia, great for card making.
So
and so
I've used some on the cards that you've got there to your side. So
Brilliant.
I'm just going to show you kind of a quick technique with the pens,
Please,
because as
yeah.
we've said, they're water-based.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put some colour down onto my acrylic block.
So this is using the same Zila pens, isn't
Absolutely, the same pen, straight onto an acrylic block. And then just give it a light spray of water. And this is just, you'll see there's a faint kind of colour in the background of the one that I've done there.
it? Yes.
And then we'll put that down. And whilst it's still wet, we'll just drag it down.
Oh.
Use my block to drag it down. And that's just applying some colour to that. So that gives us, so we've got a less kind of white background.
I love it. And that, of course, that works. That just ties in your tag to Angel, who's on the top, and the wings as well.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So it
indeed.
just brings all of your colours together.
Yeah.
So again, just some glue on here. You don't need an awful lot of glue. My tag is still a little bit wet, but this should be fine.
It's worth noting as well that we have the tags on the show, so keep an eye out for those. And these, the ones that you've got here, are the medium.
Yeah, these are the medium ones, which are, we've bought you smaller tags before, but these are a new size.
Yes.
So they're kind of half the size of the extra large ones that people are familiar with.
Yes.
I'm kind of obsessed with tags, so you'll see I use tags an awful lot. I don't know why, within mixed media and card making, we're all influenced, I think, to use tags. And there you go. There she's done. You could put some ribbon through her and hang her, or we can put her into one of our frames, and I'll show you a background we can create for the frame as well.
I absolutely love that. So you've got a little combination there, because you've got Angel on the front, you've got the wings as well, from the embellishments collection.
Yeah.
You've also got the medium-sized tag there as well, and that's all been created and coloured using the Zila watercolour pens as well. All of that's available on the website, and don't forget, just click on Watch Now, and just beneath there you see all the products on the show, and you can shop ahead. Shop ahead, by the way, doesn't mean you order it now and you get it in 6 months. Shop ahead means anything that's down there you can order now, put it in your basket, and check out, even before we've shown it to you. And if the price should drop during the show or during the day, our Hobby Maker pledges you'll always pay the lowest price because we process the orders at the end of the day. So if the prices drop, even after you've checked out, we will only bill you for the lowest price. How good's that?
It's fantastic.
And don't forget, you can win your basket. We've already got quite a few people checking out. Don't forget, you can win your breakfast basket. Check out before 7, and we will announce the winner between 7 and 8 o'clock. And one lucky winner will win the contents of their breakfast basket. Jason, what else have we got?
So I've used the medium tag there, and as we said, they're a new kind of configuration of size, but
Yes.
you also get those in the mixed media pack.
Ah, okay.
So if mixed media is something that's new to you, and
Yes.
you want to give it a try,
Yes.
again, this is a good way of starting. So within this, you get the extra large tags.
Yes.
You get the door hangers in 2 different sizes.
Yeah.
You get the medium tags, and you
Okay.
get the artist trading cards and artist trading coins.
Brilliant. I'm just going to hold these up. I'm going to do them one by one so we can have a very quick look. So look at those. Look at the size of those tags. And do you know what I was thinking about tags as well? Because these tags would be fantastic, both the medium and these, but the medium ones in particular, will be great for reusable tags for presents, of course. They'll be used for that. I'm thinking as well, don't shoot me, but I'm thinking even for Christmas, you can make fantastic hanging decorations. Don't have to be for Christmas, but hanging decorations. I've used the C word before. But how great would that be? So we've got the big tags there.
We even have one of the extra large tags on a set of keys.
Yes.
That kept being misplaced.
Oh, that's a good idea. The only problem is that makes me think of one of those service stations when you go in and they lose locks and they give you on a big tag. So if you've got a service station, Adam's going, what? You know, if you go into some obscure service station in the middle of nowhere, they lock the toilet door and you have to go and get the key. And sometimes they put them on a big tag. There you go. I'm not going to repeat what he's saying to me. There we go. So this is in the mixed media, mixed media MDF pack, $29.99. But that's going to give you a wide range here of different MDF shapes to get started with. Love the door hangers as well. And again, I'm thinking presents, you know, for your kids as well.
Yep.
You know, you can do gaming ones to put on the door. Don't disturb me, I'm gaming.
Yep.
Some fantastic princess ones as well. There's all sorts of brilliant things that you could do. Keep out, yeah, if the caravan's rocking and all that sort of stuff. $29.99 is your mixed media pack. There we go.
So we've got the small angel. We've put her onto a tag. As I said, we could put her into one of our box frames. So I'm going to create a background for that.
Okay.
I'm going to introduce some of the acrylic paints.
Brilliant.
We've got the sets of 24. We can get a really nice selection of colours.
Okay.
We've got the selection of 10, which are kind of your basic colours.
Yes.
And then we've also got the pick and mix that's on the website as well.
Let me just grab those. I'll pop these back in a second.
There you go.
There we go. So the 24 first, I think, is what we're going to put on the screen first of all. So just talk us through these very, very quickly, Jason.
So again, the Zila quality with these is fantastic. The packaging on them looks bright and modern. It's got a very nice feel to it.
Yes.
They're artist quality paints.
Yes.
And what I've tried to do with the Zila range is to show people how to use artist products.
Yes.
Art products.
Yes.
In their crafts.
Yes.
Because we all, I'm sure, are obsessed with going into art shops and having a look at everything, and seeing the fantastic colours and things. But then you kind of wonder how you can use them in your crafts, and that's what we've tried to do with Zila. And as we said, again, you've got a really good range of colours, and you can see those on the back there. They will go straight onto your MDF. You can use them in anything you would use an acrylic paint for, but particularly with mixed media, they work very well. Brilliant.
Fantastic. So that is the set of 24. $27.99. That's just over £1 a colour, in essence. So $27.99. Don't forget as well, if you check out before 7, you could win that. Brilliant. And then we've got the set of 10 as well. I'm just going to pop that back on the set. I'm wrecking the set here. Somebody's very nicely done all this morning, and I'm wrecking it. So you've got 10 in here. So it's the same. Are they the same size?
No, these ones are larger than
these are
those,
larger
and then we've got the even larger ones, as I say, in the pick and mix as well.
Brilliant as well. So that's what you're going to use now, the pick and mix.
Yeah.
If you want to get the 10, 19.95, by the way, is the price that's coming on the screen. But this is Wake Up with Hobby Maker, Jason. We like to do some fantastic deals. We give you a reason to get up in the morning. Early bird catches the deal. $16.95.
Fantastic.
$16.95. There we go. And if you check out 47, you could win it. Brilliant.
So I'm going to just take a little bit of paint. The best thing to do is to use less, because you can always put more out if you need to, but it's more difficult to put it back into the tube.
I like what you've done with the craft mat here, by the way. And you just put on a bit of MDF or something there to create your own craft mat. I like that.
So I'm just taking a bit of sponge. I've used finger daubers and things in the past, but I'm just going to create some colour onto one of our 6x6 canvases, which again are new today, new sizes. We've had others in the past, and these fit perfectly into our shadow boxes as well, our box frames. So we're not trying to cover the whole background because we're going to go in with more than one colour, but we're just lightly, if you feel like you've got too much in one area, you can pick some up and move it around. Then I'm going to go in with another colour. I'm going to go in with violet. So this will be slightly different to the one I've done in the box because I'm using more of a violet this time, but you just are spreading that colour around. And you can see how easily the paints go on. And because we're kind of sponging it, we're not putting an awful lot down, it'll dry fairly quickly as well.
They look like they go quite a long way as well.
They do. And I can pick up some more of the blue. And I can almost mix those as I'm going.
So they're on pick and mix as well. So you're using the white, you're using the
cerulean blue, the violet, and I think I might use some of the cobalt as well.
Of the cobalt as well. So they're on the pick and mix. There's a choice of 5 different. Is it 5 colours?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Choice of 5 colours. So and you can pick any 5 of the acrylic paints for £20, or you can get them at £5.50 each. So the choice is yours. So if there's a particular colour that you think, well, I'm probably going to use a bit more of that, or I'm all right for one colour and I want to top up on another, you can do that. Pick and mix. You're getting 5 for £20. That's brilliant because actually you're saving you're saving more than buy one get one free. You're saving what you're saving. You're saving nearly about £7. Is that right? £7?
So
Adam's on the calculator at the moment.
If people have tried the 24 in the smaller tubes and there's particular colours that they're drawn to, then this gives you the opportunity to get them in a larger size. I'm normally drawn to the pinks and the reds, that kind of warmer shades.
Yes.
But for this, I'm kind of creating an almost sky background, so I'm using the blues, touch of violet and some white.
And you're using almost a pea-sized amount, aren't you?
Tiny amount.
Yes.
And I'm not cleaning my sponge, I'm not swapping different colours, I'm just adding some white. Let's pick up some more of the blue, and that kind of mixes. And every time you do this, it'll be slightly different.
Yes.
And the only difficulty with this is just knowing when to stop. So it's getting to a point where you're happy with it.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's almost like a sky kind of background for her then to sit along.
Brilliant.
So I have one in true form that I did earlier.
Just before you show us the box, actually, just to let you know that the canvas, the square canvas, is available. It's on the screen at the moment. £8.50 for the square canvas that Jason's using. And you're getting, how many do we get in there? 6x6, you're getting a 4-pack in there, 6x6. There we go.
So this is one of our box frames that we introduced to you on our last show, and that just pops out.
Oh, you've broken it.
You can glue them together, and I've left, they're quite tight, but they will fit together.
Yes.
So that just slots back in, he says. So, there we go.
And so the canvas, 6x6 canvas, fits perfectly inside that, doesn't it?
It's inside it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she can just sit inside there.
Brilliant.
So you've added dimension there because we've added the layers and we've layered her up. Even just adding the extra wings on just lifts her more. And so that having that kind of the deep box allows you to show her off.
Works really well, and then you can decorate the box if you want to or whatever. So in there, just to recap all the different elements you've used. So you've used the small version of Angel there. You've used the medium-sized tag in there. You've coloured all of those in as well,
With
using the
Zila
Zila
pens,
colours.
yeah.
Then you've used the 6x6 canvas on the back.
Yeah.
And you've used the Zila acrylic paints for that.
Yeah.
And then this here, this is the box,
Yeah.
which we haven't mentioned yet. So this comes in 2 sizes, Jason, doesn't it?
We've got 3. We've got an extra large one that comes with dividers, and that'll be on the website.
Yes.
And then we've got a 10 by 8
Yes.
inch one, and we've got the smaller one, which I'm hiding with my pens.
So this is the one that you've just shown us.
Yeah.
And all the different things that you can do with these. You refer to it as a shadow box.
Yeah, or yeah.
You use it as a light box as well? Could you use it for that?
You could do. Yeah, the larger, the extra large one would kind of
work
lend
brilliant.
itself
Yeah.
more to that, because obviously you want to hide the workings of the lights.
Yes, of course.
So you could do these kind of smaller ones. They just really kind of design what I had in mind with them, and people can do whatever they want with them.
Yes.
What I had in mind was the kind of dimensional kind
Yes.
of mixed media projects. So
Yeah.
it gives you that.
I love that. In fact, I'd seen somebody who was doing some needle felting,
Yeah.
and she needle felted some sheep. And she's got a little thing where she needle felts the sheep. And she was looking for something to mount them on. I was thinking
Yeah.
how good a box like this would be to mount something like inside. Because if you create these, again, if you've got perhaps a craft stall or a craft shop online or something, again, the Angel policy on these is you can make and sell.
You can, yeah.
Brilliant. How easy do they go together then?
So they go together really easily. So you get with them the back plate, the frame part there,
Yes.
and the sides.
Okay.
And if that part confuses you, that's just the bit that we cut out. And rather than throwing it away,
Yes.
I give you that as well, so you can use that as another canvas.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea.
So-
So they just push together.
You would glue the sides on, and those fit. Shall I do it here so you can see?
Okay.
So you would glue onto the recessed parts on here, and then those fit on there, and they slot together. And even without the glue, you'll see this does kind of hold. But you would want to glue it to make sure it doesn't
Yeah.
come apart on you. There we go.
How straightforward is that? What sort of glue should we use for putting them together?
Any kind of PVA or wood-based glue, and then you can see the box, like I say.
Brilliant.
They are snug,
But that's
and
the
they're
way you want
designed
it, isn't it? Yeah.
to be. So if you do paint them, or when you paint them, bear in mind to try and keep the recesses clear, so that your front frame part will still fit in.
Yes.
If it does feel too tight,
Yes.
because you may have got some paint in there, a little bit of sandpaper or an emery board
Yes.
in there to
Oh,
just
that's a
ease
good
it
idea.
off.
An emery board's probably a bit easier to get in, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So just avoid getting the paint just in the slots.
In
until
the
you've
recessed
fitted
parts, yeah.
Until you fit it. And there's a fantastic example there as well. I'm loving the bike. I'm loving the bike. And then, of course, once you've created the frame, it's not just about what you put inside it. You can also put embellishments and things on the outside of the box as well.
Yeah. So with the paint effect that we've done on the background there, we could apply that to the box, so the picture almost comes out of the box.
Brilliant. There we go. And I'm thinking you put photos in there as well,
Yeah.
couldn't you? And use them for memory keeping and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. So Ellie was just saying to me that we do have some limited stock, very limited, on this particular one, Ellie. On this particular one, we've got very limited stock. There's less than 10 available of these, less than 10 available of the 6x6 square ones. So if you've got a mini basket, please do make sure that you get that checked out, because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out.
And if I can just show you, these are our little plaque hangers.
Oh, okay.
And if anybody's kind of looking at those and wondering what they are, so you pop one of these out, glue it onto the back, and there's a hanger for you.
Ah, that's
So
clever.
I don't put a hanger on these, because
Yes.
you may not want to hang them.
Yes.
You might want to put them into another frame.
Yes, yes.
There's lots of things you could do with them.
Yeah.
So these are our little plaque hangers that turn
Yes.
anything to like the canvases that we've used,
Yes.
turn them into something that you can hang up.
So it could be you could be using them on the box. You
Yeah.
could be using them just on the plain canvases. You could use them on a range of different things, and they are just the little hangers, and they come in a little set as well. So
Yeah.
just check those out there on the website, and you're getting two sets of those. And again, they're $6.49. It's a really reasonable price point for all the items that we've got on the show, Jason, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if you want to have a go, you're new to it, or whether you're restocking your crafty stash, sort of, paying sort of £6 something for most of the items on the show, and you think, well, I get a couple of those. Because don't forget as well, on Hobbymaker, if you're new to Hobbymaker, you might not know this, even though we do shout about it a lot, you only pay 1 P&P here at Hobbymaker
Fantastic.
for 24 hours, unlike some other places. But you are watching Hobbymaker, probably the best craft channel in the world. And we only pay 1 P&P. And the P&P is just is it 95? Nearly 3.95. Nearly said 3.49. I was reducing it then. I'd have got in trouble. 3.95 from midnight last night through to midnight tonight. So it doesn't matter how many times you order. If you've already checked out and you see something else, add it to your order. Add it to your order and just click combine order. If you see something later on in the day, just add it to your order. You'll only pay 1 P&P. There we go. So we've got different sizes of these. So we've got the hangers, but that's the 6x6. Ellie said to me about the 12x12s.
Yeah, so we've got the 12 by 12. We'll have a
That's
sample of that on the website.
Yes.
I didn't bring one with me this time.
No, okay.
And then we've got the 10 by 8s as
And
well.
the 10x8s. And the 10x8s are here. So the 12x12s, is that the price that's on your screen is for the 12x12s. Is for the 12x12s. 24.90. I mean, that's pretty sizable.
It is.
12x12.
It is. So you get the big box frame.
Yes.
But also there's a set of dividers in there as well. So if you want to use it with smaller items in it,
Yes.
don't be put off by the size of the box.
So, almost once you've created the box and you put the dividers in and you stood it up to this end, you could almost use it like individual shelves
Yeah.
and mount things in that, or you could put different canvases in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I messed up this time by not bringing it with me because last time I bought it, there was some chocolates in it. So
Oh, I'm
next
on a
ti-
diet.
next time I do a breakfast show with you, I'll hide some chocolate somewhere.
That's
in
what I
something
like.
we do.
If you're on it, it doesn't have to be a morning show. If you're on any show, hide some chocolate. So this one here, that was the 12x12 that was on the screen at the moment. This is the 10x8. So again, same setup. You're getting the sides, you're getting the back, and you get the frame, and also you get to keep as well the little bit in the middle, which is the cutout, and you can use that also as a canvas. $8.99. Again, a great price point if you've not done it before. There it is. Quick reminder before we look at Jason's next demo, we have a competition every morning from 6 until 7 o'clock. It is the breakfast basket competition. You could shop to win your breakfast basket. Whatever you have put in your basket and checked out before 7 o'clock this morning, we will draw somebody at random and we'll announce the winner by the end of the 8 o'clock hour, and one lucky winner will win the cost of their basket or everything in their basket. You won't have to pay us. How nice is that?
It's great.
Good, isn't it? Good, isn't it? Brilliant. I love it. What have we got next, Jason?
So next, I thought we'd have a look at this one here.
Yes.
So I kept this very neutral, just kind of tone on tone with the whites, a touch of grey on the background. So I'm going to start with her, and I'm going to bring in the wax pastels.
Okay.
So I'm just going to grab my white out. There we go.
So you get that's quite a substantial set that you get there. We've got that back
Yeah.
here. Yeah, there we go. You get 36. 36 in those. And these are oil-based pastels. What's the story with these then?
They're oil-based, but again, they're water-soluble, so you can apply water to them.
Right.
They are not something that I generally used to use in my crafting, but with all of the Zila products, it's stretched me to have a go with things as well. So,
Yes.
we bought them in the last couple of shows, and I've shown a couple of different techniques with them. So you can blend them, you can kind of lay colour down with them, and they're just something different. So there's the tag on the end there with the fairy on. That's done completely with the pastels in the background.
Yes.
And then I've used the pens on her and the sentiment. But you can see I've just layered 3 colours up there, and small strokes with them. And you just, they're just another medium for us to use and to enjoy. There's something different.
And they're water-soluble as well?
Yeah.
I love that. And you're going to show us some techniques with those now?
Yeah, and so I'm just going to apply some direct, again, little strokes with this, up and kind of up to the lines. And you'll see that it's a more kind of textured because it is the wax. So check you can see what I'm doing, and I haven't got my big head in the way.
It's your hat, not your head.
Oh yeah, but the hat is hiding the big head. So we're just laying some of the colour down. I'm not being too particular about covering the whole thing because I'm just going to use my finger to rub it then. So we've added that colour on. And if it, if you're not getting the full coverage of it, again, it's just adding texture.
Yes.
So we don't have to kind of. We worry sometimes about being too perfect.
Yes.
With what we're doing.
Yes.
Just relax, enjoy it, and if you enjoy it, then that's the main part of it, isn't it?
I think the important thing as well is it's good for mindfulness.
It is.
And again, whatever you create, again, people often forget, is it's handmade.
Yeah.
And actually, you know, a lot of people appreciate it. There's a lot of manufacturers out there these days who try to replicate handmade
Yeah.
product in a factory,
Yeah.
don't they? A rustic feel, because it's very, very popular. But of course, they miss the point,
Yeah.
which is the whole point of it being handmade is that it's personal.
Yeah.
And it's not personal when the big manufacturers do it and they run it out of a factory. But they're trying to replicate that sort of handmade, handcrafted feel. And so, like you said, we shouldn't forget, it doesn't need to be perfect. If anything, we want it to be different to the next one.
Yeah. And every time you do something, even if you're doing exactly the same, so when we try and replicate, you know, a finished tag,
Yes.
it'll always end up slightly different because
Yeah.
you approach it slightly different.
Brilliant.
So I'm just going to try and use a clean finger because I've already got paints on them.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to rub that wax that I've already applied,
Uh-huh.
and that will just kind of further push the wax and create more of a blended background. Now you could do this with multiple colours, but I've just used the one. And as I said, I don't want necessarily perfection. I don't want a complete coverage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just applying.
Congratulations, by the way, to Lynn and Julie and Susan there, who have checked out their MDF Angel embellishments. Of course, because they've checked out, they're in with a chance to win.
Fantastic.
Yeah, check out before 7.
So I'm now going to bring in some of the pencils. So again, you know, with the Zila products, they're fantastically presented. These are the watercolour pencils. They come in the tin. They're just so nice.
I love it when they come in the tin. Because the thing with pencils is you want to look after your pencils. You don't want to just chuck them in a drawer, do you?
No.
You want to, because they can get broken, can't they? Break the tips, you can break them inside.
Yeah.
It's good that you've got those. And they're watercolour pencils.
These are watercolour pencils, so you can apply them down, add water to them afterwards to get that watercolour effect, or you could just use them as I'm going to, just like a normal pencil.
Okay.
So with her...
Sharpen them like a normal pencil.
Yeah.
Normal sharpener.
Yeah, normal sharpener. I've got one here with me. So I'm going to apply some pencil now straight onto her. So, and again, you'll see we're just adding different textures, even though we're using the same, you know, colours, or colour being white. But this could be, you know, shades of blue, it could be different reds, it could be anything that you want.
I've just got to ask you a question, Jason, actually, while you're doing that. Jason Wilkes,
Yeah,
Burton Gertz.
yeah. So
Bit confused there. How did the name come about?
Burton Gertz is myself and my brother Mark. We started the business nearly 11 years ago now.
Yeah.
And we, as I've kind of said, we run events, and we were working with 2 shopping centres at the time, and they asked us to come up with a name that was retro and vintage for one of the shopping centres.
Yes.
And quintessentially English for the other.
Okay.
That was the brief.
Right.
And we thought, well, Burton Gertz, works for both,
Yes,
really.
yes.
So Bert was our granddad on our dad's side of the family, and Gert
Yes.
was our grandmother on our mum's side of the family.
Yes.
So it all kind of fitted nicely. We're a family business with a family name, is what we like to tell people.
Yeah.
And in the last couple of years, we've taken on my nephew as well.
Uh-huh.
And we just continue to grow, really, and to do more. So
And we see more and more of you, of course, not
Yeah.
just through the shows that you do,
Yeah.
but of course live on air with
Yeah.
us as well.
Yeah.
So your range is constantly
it's
expanding.
constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Bring new stuff to you every time, or I try to bring new stuff to you every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I get inspiration from everything around me. So the last collection we brought to you was the Paris collection, and we've got some of those embellishments on the show today.
Yeah.
And Paris is my happy place.
Is it?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. You're very continental. In fact, we can see some of the Paris creations there at the top. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Are you a croissant man then, or a pan au chocolat?
Oh, anything with the chocolate option.
Anything with the chocolate option, just like me.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We do have those on the show, in actual fact, as well. The different, because these are on, you can get these individually, but they're on pick and mix as well, aren't they? We've got the Paris collection there. But that's just on the screen at the minute on its own. £10.99 is the price on that. And again, just like the other boards that we've got, they're all laser cut. I love the smell of the laser cut. If you had sniffer vision out there, you'd be able to smell the MDF cut. I absolutely love that. Really, really nice. And they just pop right out. There we go. Nice and easy.
They do pop, there's a couple of tabs holding them in. You just pop them out.
Just pop them out.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So what we've got, we've got the beret on there. We've got, presumably that's France there.
It is, yeah.
There we go, doing me geography.
So that is the Artist Life board, and
Yes.
that came about because I saw some graffiti underneath Canal Bridge
Yes.
in the centre of Paris, and Art is Life was prominent on the graffiti, and I just
Nice.
thought that's something that I want to incorporate.
Wow, so you saw that actually under a bridge in Paris, so that's really nice. And then I love the postcard
Yeah.
that you've got on there as well. Of course, you've got the Eiffel Tower and the city skyline there as well. I really, really like those. So $6.50 again. Just as we've sort of mentioned before, most of the items on the show are sort of in the £6 region, £6.50. Really, really cost effective. Well done, Doreen. Doreen's checked out as well. She's in with a chance to win her basket this morning. These are available on Pick and Mix as well. So, these are available on Pick and Mix. So actually, on the screen at the moment, you can see Pick and Mix any three for $15.99. That's going to save you £3.50. So we've got the dresses on here as well. We've got the bags as well. We've got the lips. There we go. We've got the mannequin. Well, they're not mannequins, are they? They're the dress.
Yeah,
what do you
dress
call them?
forms.
Dress forms.
I think I've called them mannequins, but yeah.
Yeah, somebody out there, we go, they're not mannequins. Then we've also got, there's the Eiffel Tower again. And what's that building there? That
So
looks
that's
familiar.
Sacré-Cœur.
That's what, sorry?
Sacré-Cœur, the
Don't
cathedral.
swear at me at this time in the morning.
So we've got
Sacré-Cœur.
we've got the small one in there, and we've got a large one that's on the website as well.
I
That's in the
don't know
box
that.
frame
I've seen
behind.
it. What is Sacré-Cœur?
The cathedral that's at the kind of very top point of Paris.
Oh,
That's,
there we go. Arc de Triomphe. There we go. Or Marble Arch, if you want to put it in London.
yeah.
There we go. Notre Dame. Oh, she's on it. Ellie's on it, our producer. So we've got that one. Then we've also got here the Fleur de Lis. We've got the little scooters. We've got the French poodles, of course. We've got the shoes. Look, we've got the bike, which we saw. We saw. There we go. That's the bike, isn't it? There we go. I like that. So again, £6.50 if you want to get them individually, but they're on Pick and Mix. I'm not going to spend too much longer on this because I want to see the end of your demo. But also we've got the shoes. We've got more shoes. We've got more, very smart suits. This goes with the dresses on the other one.
The suits that are in here, the ones with the shirt and tie on them,
Yes.
will fit onto the mannequins as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So you've got some jackets where you can kind of see the inside of the jacket. So those wouldn't work as well.
Yes.
Because it wouldn't look natural.
You can actually put them on the mannequin.
But they are
Not the
sized
mannequins,
to
the
fit on
dresses,
there,
yeah.
and the dresses
Yeah.
fit onto those as well.
That's brilliant. I love it. I love it.
So there's a couple of tag samples just over there. That
Oh, should we have a very quick look? Again, these are available on Pick and Mix. So they're £6.50 each if you want to get them individually. There we go. There we go.
I've got the dress forms. Can you just see them?
Oh, yes. Hang on a second. Let me just pop those down.
Shall I
You just hold those. There we go. I'm disappearing. There we go. Well spotted. It's as if Jason knew they were there. There we go. So we've got, just talk us through what we've got.
So you've got the dress, the larger dress and the larger dress form or mannequin that size together there. And again, the smaller dresses and the smaller dress forms work together as well.
Brilliant.
And then you've got the suit behind it.
Fantastic. There it is.
So particularly, wedding themed or anniversaries or things like that, they work really well for those.
Brilliant. And then, of course, it doesn't get much more French than that. Would twirl his moustache. That's what you do with your...
It is, yeah. If you've got one that's long enough to twirl,
I was going to go, oh, ho, ho, and then I thought I better not because I might get in trouble. Okay, and then we've got the little girl with the beret as well. And there we go, there's the bike as well. I love the fact there's no face. Yeah. It's just that the moustache and the beret, and then putting it with the clothes, it tells you everything you need.
It does, and your eye naturally wants to fill in the blank.
It does. There we go. Fantastic.
So this one was inspired by a painting that I saw on the side of a restaurant.
Oh, wow.
And I kind of tried to recreate it in both the larger version and the small.
Beautiful. There we go. Don't forget, of course, all of the Paris collection are available individually, or you can pick and mix. So where did we get up to?
So I'm just going to apply some colour to her wings now.
Okay.
So again, I'm just using some sponge. I could use a brush. I could put my gesso down if I wanted to. And just use the gesso as a background.
I love the natural sort of colouring that you get as well from actually the laser element.
Yeah.
So on the other little tag where you didn't need to colour it, you get this sort of natural colour, and that comes through on this, doesn't it?
It does,
as well?
yeah. So basically, when I design things, you tell the laser the speed at which you want it to cut. The slower you send the laser, it cuts all the way through.
Okay.
The quicker you send it, it just engraves the top layer.
Okay.
As such. So that's how we kind of add the detail.
Wow.
And again, by not kind of oversaturating it with the paint, you're still seeing that detail come through. And all we're going for is, as I said, we're trying to add layers of texture. So I'm just going to go in with some grey now. And then this is, well, literally is called grey. Some of them have got very kind of fanciful names, but this is just grey.
Grey.
So we can layer that up. So that it doesn't just, so it's not just a completely flat kind of colour. And obviously she's going to be in the middle, so we don't need to worry too much about that. And I would normally let these dry before we glue them together. But so I've got one of the tags here that I've already applied some gesso to, and it's just a thin layer of gesso. And if you kind of drag your brush down with it, you get almost a kind of wood effect on it. You can apply a second coat. You can keep going until you get it perfectly smooth if you want to. But that, again, we've said, isn't necessarily the intention of it. So
Just a quick question about the gesso, because anybody that's just joined us or is new to this medium,
Yeah.
they might have heard of gesso but not be overly familiar with the product. We have actually got it just on the screen at the moment in 500ml white. It's $13.99. Just tell us a little bit about the gesso. What's the purpose
So
of
it's
it?
a primer.
Yes.
And as I said, when you're applying colour to MDF, you're applying colour to a brown background,
Yes.
and that can dull your colours. It can
Yeah.
transform them slightly.
Yes.
But you can see on the ones that I've done straight on, you still get very vibrant colour.
Yes.
It can just change it from being the colour that you see on the pen.
Sure.
And if you're ever unsure of that, we always recommend just try a bit on the back.
Yes.
So before you commit, try a bit on the back, and if you're happy with the colour, go with it. If you want to use the gesso, you can do. It gives
Yes.
you a key for other mediums to stick to.
Yeah, brilliant. There we go.
so-
Gesso's on the screen at the moment, $13.99. Gesso spelt with a G, for anybody that's Googling it. With a G.
So I've got the laser cut sentiment. So I'm just going to apply some glue to this, and again, we don't need lots. So I'm just going to apply that down.
I love that. I love the little sentiment that you've got on there. She believed she could fly, and she did. That's what a really lovely, positive message.
You see lots of that type of message in kind of mixed media art journaling and things like that, and that's what I kind of wanted to embody with this. So, like I say, I would normally let these dry more, but
It's almost a good luck sentiment to some degree, isn't it? Perhaps somebody's starting a new job.
somebody needs to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
If you want to give somebody, some encouragement.
Somebody's having a fresh start or wants to have a go at something. In fact, that's a fitting sentiment for anybody that is new, isn't it, to the MDF and the mixed media. Have a go. Yeah. It says have a go. Oh, you're losing it.
Yeah.
Normally,
As I said, we'd normally let them
let
dry.
that dry.
So I'll hold her in place. The glue will take in a second.
Yeah,
but-
that's it. There we go. So, fantastic. So that's the MDF Angel embellishment there, £6.50. Again, a great way to have a go. If you've never had a go before, great way to get started. I mean, what a fantastic range Jason has brought us, of course, from Burt & Gertz. Just a quick reminder for anybody that's joined us or doesn't usually join us at this time in the morning, you can win your breakfast basket between 6 and 7. So what you need to do is check out your basket between 6 and 7 on any Monday to Friday Wake Up with Hobby Maker show. Between 6 and 7, when we're running the competition, shop to win your basket. And we will choose at random somebody who will win their basket. And we'll announce the winner between 7 and 8 o'clock. It doesn't matter how much is in it either. There's no price limit either. There's no price limit. It doesn't matter if it's £6 or 65 quid or 650 quid. There we go. So don't forget, check out your basket. Ellie, our producer, what am I going to, did you say? What am I looking at? Oh, the brushes. Sorry. It's because she was talking while I was talking and she was talking, which is what we do, but I was so busy listening to what I was saying and not listening to what Ellie was saying. There we go. There we go. I'm silent now. So we've got the premium mixed media brushes. Now, we talked very briefly about these, Jason, didn't we, at the beginning of the show? Just tell us a little bit about this, because you've got an open set there.
I have, yeah. So we've brought to you before the set of 5 brushes.
Yes.
We've got those available in the mixed media sets, the acrylics and the watercolours.
Okay.
So they're designed to work best with those mediums.
Yes.
This is one of the mixed media sets, and it comes a set of 10,
Yes.
and you get the case as well.
I love that.
It's just, again, as I said with Zila, it's just that quality throughout with them.
Mm-hmm.
They're well designed, even down to the fact that the different mediums they're designed for have different colours.
Yes.
So the mixed media ones are white, you've got the kind of red tone for the acrylics and the blue for the watercolours. So you know by looking at them what your brushes are.
Yeah.
If anybody's like me, I tend to put them all in a pot. Keep the pot topped up with water to make sure they don't dry out. And eventually, when you forget to do that, you lift them out in one go.
Yeah, and they all come out together.
But if you look after your brushes, they'll look after you.
And the other thing as well is, and I think you're quite right, Jason, you're at home, you tend to pop them straight into the water or whatever. But if you're out and about, if you are going to a craft workshop, maybe you're attending a Burton Gertz workshop, maybe going down to your local craft centre, maybe you're going on a holiday, maybe you're going away for a few days, maybe you're going in the caravan on your boat, wherever it is.
Yeah.
These are ideal because you can put these in the case, they're protected. It doesn't matter if they're a bit damp when they put them in the case, because you've washed them, you put them there, and you've got everything that you need. I love it.
So these, the set of 24 paints that gives you a kind of whole range of colours and something to paint on, be that a pad or the canvases, and you're away. As you say, if you're going away somewhere.
Fantastic. The price on the screen at the moment, $19.99. Don't forget as well, you can get the brushes individually. We've got 3 further collections. Look on the website for those, because we've also got the mixed media, we've got the acrylic and oil, and we've got the watercolour. Have a little look. But just before I do that, Ellie said to me, just grab the 6x6 boxes. Where are they? Oh, it's there. Yeah. It's under the samples there. 6x6 boxes. And the reason we're just going to have a quick look at this is we've been requested to show them again. They've been really, really popular. Lots of people checking those out. Doreen's just checked out on those as well. Kate, don't forget, if you get checked out, because if you check out, we're almost out. There's only about 5 left. So please do make sure you get checked out. And of course, if you check out, you could win it in your basket. So what do we get, the components, just as a recap?
So you get the backboard, you get the top frame, a spare kind of canvas, and the sides that you glue together and attach.
Brilliant.
This is quite simple to put together, but with any of our products, if anybody's ever stuck, we've got a Shipmates group on Facebook.
Yes. You had to say that very slowly then.
You do. So when we first started the craft range, it was called Burton Gertz Merchant Stores to distinguish it from the other parts of things that we do.
Okay.
With a nod to my brother and my nephew both being ex-Navy.
Yes.
So the merchant stores.
Yes.
So as part of the merchant stores, we have Shipmates.
Yes, I see.
And we do have people that ask questions in the group. And so that, if anybody's ever bought something and can't think, how do you put it together? Obviously, they can watch back on YouTube.
Yes.
But if they just drop me a question in there, I'll always answer them.
That's brilliant. I love that. I love that. So $6.49. Again, you're getting the 6x6s. And can you just show us again how they go together? Because they're pretty straightforward. You said you glue the
so what you would do is glue in the kind of recessed bits. You can see on here, you've got the recessed parts on the ends. So the bits where it's going to touch the other MDF. So you would glue along here.
Yeah.
And then you would attach those onto there. That one goes into there and they will slot together. I mean, it will hold without glue, but obviously if you want to hang it up or you're going to put something in it, then you want to glue it together so that it doesn't come apart on you. And there we go. There's your box.
Fantastic.
The top part, if you like me, I look at something that I've created like that and think, I love that, but in 6 months' time I might want to reuse the frame and put something else in it.
Yes.
So that you don't have to glue this part because it will slot in. Particularly when you've painted it, it's going to be quite snug, but it will slot in. And if you want to be able to reuse the frame, then just kind of let it.
And again, that's another reason to use the 6x6 canvas and don't go straight onto the back of the box, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because it makes the box then reusable.
Yeah.
You can swap things in
But
and
you
out.
can, if you decide to paint the box to match the project, you can always gesso over it.
Yes.
To kind of dull that colour down.
Yes.
And then go in with another colour over the top.
Yeah. And redo it.
You can reuse
Brilliant. Okay, just a quick reminder, anybody that has got the 6x6 in their basket, we're essentially out of stock now. So if you get checked out, there'll be essentially no stock left. So we would advise, if you've got it in the basket, you do want it, do please get it checked out. And of course, you can win it. We like that because you're winning their breakfast basket. That's good. But you've got to check out before 7 o'clock. So Chris and Kate, oh look, they're fighting over them in here. They're all wanting the 6x6 boxes. Calm down, calm down. Okay, so we've had a look at the 6x6 boxes. It's worth as well just reminding you. I can't remember what I was going to say now. It doesn't matter. Oh yes, that's it. There's also on the website 12 by 12, and we've also got as well. What size was that again?
10 by 8.
10 by 8. It's a good job he's here, isn't it?
All of our embellishment boards that I bring you are
10 by 8.
10 inches by 8 inches. It's
by-
a standard picture frame size.
Yes.
They fit into our 10 by 8 frames as
Brilliant.
well. So if you've created something that you want to put it into a frame, you know that you can fit that into a frame.
Great.
But you can also, when you've used the embellishment sheets,
Yes.
if you want to do something very mixed media with them, you use the waste, paint it so it's a single colour,
Yes.
and then use a wax or paint to kind of highlight around the holes and then add layers to it, and it just makes it another
Good idea. So you're
background
using
for it.
absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Joseph, we've only got about 4 minutes left on the show. Do you think that's enough time to squeeze in one more technique or
Yeah, we
demo?
can do.
Is it? Should we get him? Shout out if you want him to do another one at home. Yes, they're saying yes. They're saying yes.
I'm going to repeat a technique that we've already seen, but I'm going to use the pens to kind of do the smooshing, I've nicknamed it. So we just apply some colour straight to an acrylic block, and I like to go in with a couple of colours.
And again, using the Zila pens collection there.
Yeah, and then just some water in a spray. So a couple of sprays, and then we apply that down onto a card, and then I'm just going to drag that the same as I did onto the tag. So you've probably seen Pauline and I do this in the past when we've just kind of smooshed colour down, but this is just kind of dragging it out.
Yeah,
It's
so you get
just
that sort of watercolour effect, don't you?
You do, because they're water-based, they react to the water, and there you go. So that's created a background for us.
Just thinking, oh, there we go. You've used something similar on these as well, haven't you?
I have, yeah, and I've done the background on that with the tag the same. So I've kind of lined the colours up so it looks like the tag's coming out of the card almost.
I love it.
So I'm going to take one of the embellishments now. Which one should we take? A fairy out. So there we go. This is how easy they pop out. So you'll find there's little pips on them. Where they're located, just push. So we'll go in with the same colour that we've used for the background on the card. Just apply that. Very, I'm rushing to do this
That's all right.
quickly, but you can take more time. But you can see you don't need a lot of time. Because you're applying colour to the MDF, it is a wood, so you might get bits that when it dries you might want to go over where it's soaked in a little bit more than others. But generally, one coat is absolutely fine. So just a little bit of glue.
And that's the brush end you've used on the Zila.
It is,
They've
yeah.
got the fine.
They've got the fine liner on them as well.
Which is unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very unusual. So we tend to get on kind of pens for craft. We tend to get a brush and a chisel, but the fine liner is very different with them. So there we go. I mean, we could use pattern papers. We could use all sorts, but just a very quick and simple card.
How simple is that and effective? I love it. I love it. Don't forget, if you've got the items in your basket, you have got about less than a minute to get checked out. Not to mention some of the items I think we've sold out anyway. So just make sure that you do get checked out. If you get checked out before 7 o'clock, you could win your breakfast basket. It doesn't get any better than that. And it doesn't matter if there's £6.50, £65, 650 quid. You could win your breakfast basket if you check out before 7 o'clock. Jason, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you this morning. I absolutely love the range. I can't believe how much there is.
And there's
So
lots
much.
more to come as well.
Lots more to come, lots more to come. Jason, it's been an absolute privilege. Don't forget, of course, check out your items. You can find the wide range of Burton Goetz collection on the website. And don't forget, at 7 o'clock, we've got the Hobby Maker highlights, so stay tuned for that. Until then, thank you very much, Jason, and keep on crafting.
Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on Hobby Maker.
Our call centre is based in the UK and available 24/7. Just call 0800 001 4433 or email help@hobbymaker.co.uk. Are you having trouble finding the perfect gift? Then why not treat them to the new gift card from Hobbymaker at hobbymaker.co.uk. Simply scroll down to the bottom where it says gift cards, click and you'll be taken to the right place. Decide between posting the card or delivery by email, and then decide how much you want to add. You choose the value. So what do you get the crafter that's got everything? Why not treat yourself or them to the Hobbymaker gift card?
Here at Hobbymaker, we love seeing what you've been making, and it's our job to keep you inspired. So how does a £100 credit to your Hobbymaker account sound? Every month, we're going to be giving away a £100 credit to one lucky Hobbymaker's account. And all you have to do to enter is simply send a photo of your craft you makes to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. We will be picking one winner each month at random and will announce the lucky winner on air in the 5 PM show on the last Saturday of every month. So what are you waiting for? Get crafting, get motivated and get inspired with Hobbymaker.
Here at Hobbymaker, we want your shopping experience to be as simple as possible. That's why you can buy as many items as you like all day and only pay one postage and packaging fee. It doesn't matter what weight, size or quantity of your order or how many times you check out that day, you still will only be charged one P&P. Shopping made simple with Hobbymaker.
Welcome back, welcome back. You are, of course, watching Wake Up with Hobbymaker. My name is Ben Murray and I am with you until 8 o'clock with another fantastic guest. I hope you joined us for the 6 till 7 o'clock hour because we had Jason Wilkes on. You saw him, didn't you? With Burton Goetz doing some fantastic mixed media projects.
Yes, so I was supposed to be doing a little bit of admin out in the green room. I got none of it done because I could not take my eyes off watching Jason. He's like a genius when he works, isn't he?
He's brilliant. I absolutely love it. And don't forget, you can keep looking at the website and checking out. If you checked out before 7, of course, you would have been in for a chance to win your breakfast basket. Sorry, I'm just filling in my clip here. Your breakfast basket, which means between 6 and 7 in the morning, if you check out before 7, you see, whatever you've put in your basket and you've checked out, we pick somebody at random, which we'll announce this hour, and that person wins their basket. That's brilliant.
I love that. It made me
60%
want to
of
go
everyone.
out and shop, but
Yeah, there you go. And if you're wondering who I'm talking to, because it does look like I'm talking to this purple folder over here, and we've got a step over there. Do you want a step?
we could do with
Shall
it.
I get you the
couldn't we?
step? It's
Yeah,
Michelle
please.
from Crafter's Companion.
Good morning.
Here she is, and you're here to talk us through a wide range of fantastic items that we've got on the
Yes.
show today.
Yeah, we've storage galore,
Mm-hmm.
everything to go in your storage, everything that you could craft essentially need.
Mm-hmm.
We've got for you today.
There's loads. There's
There's so much.
absolutely loads. But before we get started, it is, of course, at 7 o'clock, traditionally, the Hobby Maker highlight. And that means we're bringing you a fantastic item on a great price that's available on that price for 24 hours only. And anybody that watches the Wake Up shows, Michelle, they'll know that we bring the items on and then they'll be watching eagle-eyed, and the prices, they'll tumble and fall. They'll tumble and fall because we like to bring great deals in the morning, and the price that's on the screen at the moment is not the price for our Hobby Maker highlights. So let's have a little look at our Hobby Maker highlight this morning, which is actually this the purple bundle, isn't it? Over here. So we get that. There we go. So this one's the Hobby Maker highlight, isn't it? There we go. Because we've got two storage items in front of us. Michelle, talk us through what we're getting.
So let me just pop that here.
Yes.
So if I bring
Let me
this
lift it
here, this is a huge piece of kit. You are getting so much storage. In fact, let me bring...
This is what I've been waiting for. Look
Mine
at this. This is the real McCoy here.
It really is. So this is mine. Obviously, we'll show you this one that's empty, but I want to bring mine in as well because I just want to show you how much you can actually put in these. So it's almost like a little... this is something that you're going to be taking with you wherever you go because each piece, you can see this Velcro there, so each piece is going to Velcro out if you want it to.
That's clever.
So you can be popping more in particular pockets if you want to.
And you can change the order.
You can absolutely change the order. So let's pop all three of those out and then you can see that this is just the empty carcass, which, oh, that sounded awful, didn't it? Empty carcass. The empty shell, which you can see, you're going to be able to pop lots in. So if you're wanting to actually carry a load of paper or something like that, something that's a bit too big for your pockets, you can take your pockets out and you can just pop it in there and go. You can pop some paper in there and then pop these back in. You can have all three in if you want.
Yeah.
So in each one, you've got 4 pockets. If I lift that up again, you can see that you've got
And they're
4
all zippy
pockets.
pockets.
All zippy
So
pockets.
stuff doesn't fall out.
Absolutely not. And these are really well-made zips. They're so reinforced. So you're really going to be able to... we probably don't recommend it. Stuff them till they're bursting, zips.
I bet you've done that in yours, though.
I have done that in mine. Can I bring mine in
Can we
and
have a
show
look in
you
yours?
just
I
how
can't help
much?
noticing as well that you need some sort of case to carry that rock on your finger. Have you seen that ring? Have you seen that ring? Look at that. Huh? Blimey. Prince Charming's pulled out the
He did.
things on that. So let's have a look inside yours.
So this is mine. You can see, so you've got that beautiful handle on the top. All these are really nice and reinforced, so you're going to be able to add some weight in there to carry this about. And you've got a zip that goes all the way around. So if we pop this open...
I love the zips as well with the tabs.
Yes.
They're just easier to hold. And
So
also, I
much
think they
easier.
open and close better with the tab.
They do.
somehow,
They
'cause
just
the angle.
feel so much easier to do it with that tab on. So you can see so I just shoved those in.
Yeah.
Because you've still got a little bit of space in here.
Yeah. Can you
to
just turn it
shove
around
that
the
in.
other way so I can see this end? Look
That
at
way.
that! Look at that! What she's got in there.
And
Blimey,
you could
O'Reilly.
see that it wasn't bulging. My zip, fastened beautifully, absolutely fine. So I've got so much in there.
That's brilliant.
I've got all my tri-blends in here.
Yes.
So in these 2 pockets, I've
Yeah.
got all my tri-blends.
You've got a lot in there.
I've got a lot in there. If I bring these ones over, so I have got a load of stamps in here. So I've sort of set this up as if I was taking it to a crop or a meet, and I've got all my stamps in here. So pop those back in there for you because you can see that they fit perfectly. Let me just wiggle that back in. In here, I have got my die brush, I have got foam pads, I have got my low tack tape, I have got lots of my red liner tape. If I bring this one over, again, I've got loads more stamps in here. I've got all my bits. So I've got my scissors, my poker tool, my tweezers, my pencil, my eraser, my craft knife in there. I've got all those kind of bits in that one. Then we come to this side. So I've got 3 of my ink pads here. I've got another ink pad there. I've got my dotty and my normal tape pen in that one. And again, if I didn't want to take these with me, but I didn't want to unpack them, I could just take it out.
I
and
love
leave
that.
it at home.
And this is really yours, isn't it? We haven't just filled this.
No, this really is mine.
I can't believe how clean it is. It's unbelievable.
It won't stay like that for long. No. Trust me, it won't stay clean for long. So you're going to pop that one out, but then again, so let's go to this. So remember, you've got 12 pockets in here. So in this one, I've got my flower forming fold tool. So I've got my sponge and my ball tools. In this one, I've got lots of my stickers that I'm going to use my gilding flakes with. And then if I pop it over again, here you can see, so I've got, again, another ink pad. This is my shimmer one. I've got my rocker block and I've got a paintbrush. Yeah. And then here, I've got my alcohol-proof ink pad. I've got a couple of fine liners. And then I've got lots of paper cut down. Some of them are card front topper pads and some are just plain card. So I've literally got so much in here. So if I pop that back in the middle.
Lots of you coming in for this already. It is, of course, the Hobby Maker highlight. So it's a great deal for 24 hours. It's $39.99. But it's worth mentioning that with the Hobby Maker highlight, Michelle, you also get the glue pens.
You do.
Don't you?
There
they
are. These.
The bag on its own is normally $39.99 just for the bag.
Yeah.
So you're getting, in with the Hobby Maker highlight, this is the Hobby Maker highlight, you're getting the glue pen set in there as well.
Yes, and they will fit lovely in mine as I'm leaving.
I've got my eye on you, Michelle. I've got my eye.
There's just enough space left in there for them. Do you know what? They're a glue pen, but I've got to say these are one of my hero tools because. So in this one, you've got 3 different nibs in here. So you've got 3 different widths of glue. I know it's just a glue pen, but yes, I do get very excited about glue.
Yes.
But you're going to be doing so much with these. Even if you only buy these to sign your name in a card and add glitter or add gilding flakes. Yeah.
I've had a go with them.
Yeah.
I've had a go with them. We do that. I used it, sprinkled the glitter on, shook the glitter off.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Because you've got the 3 nibs. You've got, is it, do you call it a bullet nose?
I think.
What do you call
so I
it?
think it says on it. So you've got.
That's what I was calling it.
You've got a 4mm chisel nib. You've got a 0.7mm ballpoint nib.
Yes.
And then your other one is the 3mm.
Oh, it is a bullet nib. That was what I was calling it. I think they're absolutely brilliant because the glue comes out like a pale blue colour.
It does.
So you can see where you've been.
Yeah.
But it dries clear, doesn't it?
It dries clear, yeah. So as soon as it starts to sort of that blue starts to fade, that's when you're going to add your glitter or your gilding flakes.
Yeah.
So it's about personalisation. It's
Yes.
too early to say that word with these, but it's not just about that. It's about adding all those little highlights to the fronts of your cards.
Yes.
You are going to get these, and actually you're going to think, I'm just going to sign my name or whoever's name, but actually you're going to get it and then you're going to think, I can do this with it.
Yes.
I can add the icing onto that cupcake that I've just stamped.
Yes.
Add a little bit of glitter.
Yes.
You are going to they are a brilliant piece of kit.
Yes.
That you're going to use on every single card.
Yes.
Because every single card has got the potential for glitter,
Yes.
even men's cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but joking aside, that is exactly what I thought when I was using it and putting the name and putting the glitter on. I was thinking, if you had a topper sheet or something like that, and you could accent the topper sheet, couldn't you, and all that sort of stuff. So if you were to get the pens on their own, they're normally a tenner, basically.
Yes.
They're $9.99. So you actually, with the Hobby Maker highlight, you're getting those really free as part of the bundle.
Yeah.
Is what's happening. So you're getting the storage and the pens for the price of just the storage, $39.99. And we, even at $39.99 as they stand, we shift loads of these. Loads of people absolutely love the storage. So to get the pens as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, you know, you're going to be starring it. This is going to be absolutely perfect, actually. Even if you don't go anywhere, even if you don't go, you know, to meet your friends, do crops and things like that, this is just absolutely brilliant to have sort of all your essentials in. If you sit in front of the TV on a night and do a little bit of crafting,
Yes.
you're going to bring just this in with you. You can bring it into the room or take it up to the bedroom, whatever. But again, it's not just for crafting.
No.
If you sew, you're going to
Yes.
be popping your sewing stuff in here.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If you make jewellery, you're going to be
Yes.
popping that in here.
Yeah.
If you are going away, you're going to put all your toiletries in here because it's
Brilliant.
quite clean.
Yeah.
And I know, so our beautiful Craig has never shied away about, you know, his health issues. He uses lots of our storage for all of his medications
Yes.
and all the things that he needs for that. So again, you've got a medicine kit here
Yes.
if you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely anything that you are going to be wanting to store, not just craft stuff,
Yeah.
you're going to be getting this.
There's
to
loads
use
you
for
can
that.
do with it. Loads
Yeah.
you can do. It's almost. Ellie just said, "Oh, if you've got a baby, Ellie, we're not putting baby. We don't advocate putting
No.
babies in here.
Don't do that. We don't
on
recommend
baby
that.
stuff. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But it's almost a craft room in a bag.
It really is. I mean, you could see, so I've got everything in there with regards to if I wanted to take it to the caravan for stamping and colouring in. So I've got literally everything in there that I need. But yes, so I come here on the train.
Yes.
So this is absolutely perfect. I read on the train, I must admit, but this is perfect for actually, you don't even need to be sat at a table because each seat has got those little fold-down trays. So
Yes.
you're going to be popping this open. And, you know, you can be colouring, you can be just relaxing, because those train journeys,
And you can put that straight on your lap, maybe.
You
as well.
absolutely could.
Because it's quite deep. So
Yeah.
by the time it's like almost like having a lap tray.
it really is. I mean, you can see, I mean, mine literally is full to the rafters, but you can see how lovely and sturdy it is. So absolutely, I could have my book on the top and be colouring away because it is, it's really sturdy and it's really well
You
made.
can stand that up on its end, put it on the shelf, and
Yeah.
all sorts of different things. Lots of people taking advantage of this. Don't forget to make sure that you check out, because one of the ways that we're able to bring you really, really great prices on the Wake Up with Hobby Maker shows is either perhaps sometimes we have a new launch, but often we're able to bring you a good price because we don't have it an endless supply. We'll often
Yeah.
put together a bundle. We can't do it forever. We have to put a limited amount out at that price or in that bundle, and this is no exception.
No.
So every time somebody's checking out, another one of those bundles is going. Please do make sure that you get checked out. Jenny, Penny, well done. Jane, Gabrielle, and Jenny again. Different Jenny this time. Don't forget to get checked out. And of course, anybody that's not aware, £3.95 P&P all day long.
All day. I love that.
All day,
I
every
think
day.
it's great because if you guys are anything like me, I will buy something or I'll see something in the morning.
Yes.
And then if I see something later on in the day, I'm thinking, I don't want to buy that again because I've got another P&P to add. But actually with you guys, you don't.
No.
You can do exactly what I want to do, you know, shop all day long.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
only have that one
And that's not a
P&P.
special promotion, you know. It's not. We do that all the time. Midnight last night through to midnight tonight. Doesn't matter how many times you order. Doesn't matter what brand it is. How big it is. Doesn't matter what it weighs. You can even order me. And it'll only be £3.95. Make sure you get your baskets checked out. So that's our Hobby Maker highlight this
is.
morning.
Yes, I mean, this is the first time we're selling it. So
Yes.
literally launched today. So you guys
Yes.
are the first to be getting your hands on this fabulous piece of kit.
Yeah, and this storage is always popular, always Crafters
Always,
Companion storage,
yeah.
always popular. As I was saying earlier, we sell loads of Crafters Companion storage. It's always, always, always popular because it's very well thought through.
It is. It sounds it always sounds corny when I say certain things, but it's made by crafters. So it's for crafters. So
Yes.
you know that what's gone into it is it's come from a crafter's brain thinking,
Yes.
well, this is what I want and this is what I need. And actually, we listen to you guys as well. So when you message us and say, could we have this or could we have that? Actually, it all gets wrote down.
Yes.
It all gets passed on to Leanne.
Yes.
And lots of it gets made.
That's good. That's good. We love it. Absolutely love it. $39.99 is your price. Don't forget, you're getting as well the glue pens. That's your Hobby Maker highlight. We'll come back to that in a little while. And of course, we bring the Hobby Maker highlight back usually in the afternoon as
Yes.
well. But it is always, Michelle, isn't it, while stocks last.
It really
when
is.
we do Hobby Maker
Yes.
highlights. So when
Yeah.
we bring it back, sometimes we've done them in the morning and we've not been able to bring them back in the afternoon.
No.
Because we haven't got enough stock.
No, and we've sort of scrambled around to see what we can do, if we can find it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can, most times we can't, so
No.
it's always worth getting it when you see it.
Absolutely. Don't mess about. Mary, she's got it in a basket. She's thinking, oh, yeah, I think I might go for that. Don't forget Jane, Gabrielle, Jenny as well in there. OK, so there we go. I'll pop that to one side for you.
Yeah.
Now, something that's always popular in craft, always popular, gnomes. Don't we love the gnomes?
Yes.
Love gnomes.
This is by far one of my most favourite paper pads that we've ever done.
I love it. I love it. I've had a quick look at this, I think once before. We did this, I think, on a show maybe a couple of weeks ago. And if I remember rightly, did I? And if I remember rightly, it went like Billy-O.
Yes.
It flew out, and why wouldn't it? Tell us a little bit about what we're getting.
So you were getting a 12 by 12 paper pad. They're all 180 GSM,
Yeah.
all double-sided. You're going to struggle to know which side to use. I always say it's an A side and a B side, almost like a record.
Yeah.
You know when you get your B sides on your records, it's always that song that you don't really want to listen to.
Yeah.
Not with these.
No.
Both sides are absolutely beautiful, but it's summery, it's bright, it's fun, it's bubbly. And what I actually love about this paper pad as well is towards the back you get about 5 or 6 sheets that are actually cut into 6 by, well, they're not physically cut, but the pattern is cut into 6 by 6s. So
Let's
you've
have a
got
little look at
lots
that.
of backgrounds.
A
So
second.
not only have you got all the toadstools running through, all those flowers and the ditzy, you know, elements, the dots,
Brilliant.
but those right towards
There we
the
go.
back,
That's what I
there
was
you
looking
go.
for. There we go.
So it's straight away, it's a card. You're going to pop that out, mat and layer it. If you've got your Summer Gnome stamps on and dies,
Yeah.
you're going to pop one of those on the front with a sentiment and you've got a card. straight away.
Brilliant. Well, listen, we're going to come back to that in just a little while because we have a little technical issue on the website with the Garden Gnomes collection. So we're just going to sort that out because otherwise we're going to tell you all about it and you go, I'm pressing the button and nothing's happening. What's going on? So we're going to come back. We'll be back with that in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. You can put it in us. We've got a bit of a technical issue. So we're going to look at what we're looking
I
at.
can spy it. The big score.
The big score.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got so much surrounding us, haven't we?
Market stall back here. It's we need one of those like magic top hats, and you put your hand in, and stuff just comes out. So what are we getting? We've got. Let me just move this out of the way for a second. Okay. So we've got the big score. There we go. Tell us a little bit about this, Michelle, because you can do loads with these, can't you?
You absolutely can. So this is my go-to scoreboard. If you ever see me on here or on our shows, this is the one that I always use. We do have a smaller one again, you know, if you're only doing A4, but this is A3. And this is the one that I always use because I do big projects, which you're going to be doing, obviously, because it's A3. You have got, on both sides, you've got the box lid and you've got the box base. So you're gonna, if you're gonna be making a box lid, you're gonna be putting it to this side, your box base this side. And again, so you've got centimetres on this side, depending on which you use. And then you've got the inches on this side.
So whether you're old money or new money, I'm old money. I like to work in feet and inches.
Yeah, I use inches, I must admit. But again, I suppose it just, I don't know.
Personal preference.
Yeah.
But you can use both sides. And what's
absolutely
interesting
can.
is you're using the same side of the scoreboard to make both the box and the
Yes.
lid, because they have to be slightly different sizes, don't they?
They
It's a very
do.
clever idea.
They do, because it will tell you on one side that you've got box space here. It actually says it at the bottom on this.
Okay.
So you've got box space here, and it says box lid here. So you need the same size of card for each. So if you're making a 6 by 6 box, you're not going to cut one slightly bigger than the other because that's the magic of this scoreboard.
Yes.
You're going to butt it up to this side to make your lid. The same size card you're going to pop at this side to make your base. You're going to score them, you're going to glue it together, and you're going to pop it together, and it absolutely is going to make a perfect box.
I think it's really clever, really clever.
It
that you
is.
literally just move it from one side to the other, and it works. And you
Yeah.
get the score tool as well.
Yes, so there's a scar tool popped in the top with it. And again, so just on this piece of paper that comes with it, you can see you've got lots of inspiration and ideas as to what you can be doing with this scar board. And again, so in fact, it says, look, larger than A3. It's a 12 by 18, so it's huge. This is definitely a staple piece of kit for your stash at home.
Well, do you know what I think as well? Is it great if you've got a bottle of wine or something like that, which you often gift, you could create a gift box to put that in on this board, couldn't you?
You absolutely could.
Because it's big enough.
Because it's long enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All those kinds of things.
Brilliant.
Again, I like to make big projects, so this is absolutely perfect for me.
I love it. And also you've got on here as well, we've got the jelly bean dispenser.
Yes.
We'll be making those after the show, but there won't be any jelly beans left to put in them.
No.
I love that. Absolutely brilliant. Don't forget, if you want to get checked out on those, $19.99 is the price. Just to let you know, we've got literally, I can count on one hand, 4 left now. They are going. So if you've got it in your basket, please do make sure that you get it checked out. There we go. Now we're going to be having a look at the
A3 pastel.
A3 pastels. There we go. There we go. I feel like you Arkwright in open all hours.
Yes.
As the programmes are available, and you just and you get the bit and you put your order in, and I go, oh, I'll be waiting for her to ask for 4 candles next.
Love that.
4 candles. Right. Okay. She won't get it. She's got no idea what I'm talking about. 4 candles. Right, okay, so we've got the pastels here. We've already been scoring.
That was me a couple of weeks ago with Zena.
Was it?
I was demonstrating the scar board.
We've kept some of your work, haven't we? We've kept some of your work.
It's a work of art, that.
It's beautiful. I love it. There we go. But it goes to show you how nicely it scores, actually.
Well, that's what I was showing. Look, I've scarred that, and that Centura pearl on the front, it hasn't cracked. You haven't got the white popping through. Even after a couple of weeks, look, you know, you haven't got that crack in there, so
No.
it scars beautifully.
Fantastic. That's the Centura Pearl pastels there. So what we're getting in your bundle, look at this fantastic array. This fantastic array of pastels that we're getting in here. And we've got the yellows, we've got sort of the lilacs, we've got the pinks in there as well, the baby blues in there as well, the greens. And you are getting, in terms of the number of sheets in here, I'll just tell you how many we're getting. Look at that. Don't you love that on the...
Sort of that lilac-y purple.
Yeah, I'm just going to get that out separately.
So again, so it's a 310 GSM, so
Yeah.
it's absolutely perfect for any construction. So box making, bags, envelopes, anything like that, it's absolutely perfect.
That's just incredible, that pearl. You're getting 20 sheets in there, a mixture of those different pastels. Absolutely fantastic. $11.99. So 20 sheets, that's what 55p a sheet or something like that? There we go.
Yeah.
Lovely. Now, if you wanted, because you go, do you know what? I could do with restocking my Centura Pearl, but I've got my eye on that scoreboard, Ben. Get the scoreboard back out again. Don't worry, because actually we're doing it as a bundle today as well.
Perfect.
So you can get the Centura Pearl, and you can get, before I wreck the joint, the scoreboard as well, all as one single bundle.
And it makes sense, an A3 scar board, A3 Centura pearl. You're going to get started straight away, aren't you?
Good to go. And don't forget all the different projects that you can create using the scoreboard. And you've got centimetres on one side, you've got inches on the other side as well. And don't forget, larger than A3 is the scoreboard.
Yes.
Larger than A3. So it's going to take this no problem
Absolutely,
at all,
fits
isn't
on
it?
there perfectly.
Brilliant. Inches on one side, centimetres on the other side. We can create boxes. We can create cards on there as well. Again, you're getting the tool in the top as well, so you're all good and ready to go. I love it. Price is going to come on the screen for that in a moment. Sheila and Carol, they're already on it, aren't they? They're already on it, Michelle.
Love
They're
it.
not messing about. They're cracking in, because again...
Girls after my own heart.
There you go. Because the thing is, if you've got your eye on the scoreboard, you might as well get the Centura Pearl.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mightn't it?
And don't forget, as Crafters Companion as a company, we have got so many, you're not on your own, so many tutorials out there, so
Yes.
on our socials, on YouTube. And again, all of us, if you've got any questions, we're all more than happy for you to message any of us on our socials. and say, you know, I saw this.
Yes.
Can I ask you that? And,
Yeah.
you know, we'll all reply so.
There we go. There we go. This does come as a bundle. We've got a few problems with the graphics at the moment. We've got a few technical issues this morning on a couple of items. So we'll tell you the price of that very, very shortly. But they do come as a bundle. Keep your eye on the website. So if you're getting the big scoreboard, you can get the Centura Pearl with that as a single bundle. Okay. Okay. There we go. We've got the Ultimate Pro.
And it really is the Ultimate Pro.
That's me and you. Me and
I
you.
like to think so, yeah.
Tell us all about the Ultimate Pro. So I'll be honest, I don't know a great deal about this, but it looks very interesting.
So this literally is, it is what it says. It's the Ultimate Pro. You're going to be able to do everything with this. So can I just borrow this off
please.
you? Is that
Yeah.
okay? I'll swap you.
Yeah, let's do a swap. There we go. Candles.
All I can see, I just can't see it now because it's. If you guys have seen it and you know what he's talking about, then you're going to be sort of chuckling along just like I am.
Yeah.
But
Can I get some O's? Go on, keep going.
how am I supposed to? Yes, so the Ultimate Pro, you have got everything that you are going to be needing to be making your cards. So on this side alone, you can see all these scar marks, and it tells you here, so you're going to make a gatefold A5, a gatefold A4, half fold, you've got 1-inch square fold, and then you've got some lovely pieces here to make some beautiful embossing.
So these are actually, this is imprinted, if you
It
like,
is.
moulded into the scoreboard so you can see what each section is actually for.
Absolutely. So what you're going
Yes.
to do is you're going to get your A4 or your A5 piece of card. You're going to butt it up to here. Always butt it up to your handle, and then whichever you're going to score. So if you want to score a half fold, it's just like a scoreboard. You're going to put your piece of card on. You're going to score it here. You're going to fold it, and you're going to have whatever card it is. So you've got a few on there for you, and then. So we do have some extra scoreboards. So we've got like an envelope box maker that you can pop on here. So you've got these two little notches here where you can be popping those extra scoreboards on. But if you open it up, you can see you've got your instructions. You've got a couple of your scoring tools. You've got a couple of these.
Are they tees for golf?
They are.
Are they for bow making?
They are for bow making.
There we
so
go, you
if
see.
I turn this over that way,
Yeah.
you can see you've got lots of holes here, and you're just going to pop these in here, and you're going to be able to make your bows. The good thing about this is normally when you're making bows with just your hands, you're just going to make it with one set of bunny ears. For want of a better phrase, I still call them bunny ears. But with this, you can wrap your ribbon round 3, 4, 5, 6 times, pop it under, you're going to tie it, and you have got a multi-eared bow. So let me pop these back in here. So there's storage for everything. This is your little mouse, and it's got a little blade in here. So if I just move these for you so I can show you what you do with these. So we're going to open this up to the middle. And again, you can see you've got lots of embossing elements here where you can be creating your cutout elements in the middle of cards. Here, you've got box making again. You've got centimetres and you've got inches. What you're going to do is you're going to pop your ruler in here, and then you're going to get your piece of card.
That's very clever.
You're
Where's
gonna-
that normally stored then when you've got that closed?
When this is closed, it's going to store in here.
So all the little bits and pieces, the scoring, extra scoring tools, the little bow making
Yeah.
pegs,
All
the
got a place.
ruler, it all belongs in here. You got it all to hand.
All fits away beautifully.
Okay.
So when you've popped that on there, again, you've got centimetres and inches on here. You're going to pop your card under it. You're going to butt it up here. Your little blade is tucked away at the minute, but you've got 2 little notches here. You open this up, you just move your blade out a little bit, and it sits in here. And you're going to run it down there. It's going to cut your piece of card. And then when you're done, you're going to take this out, put that in there.
So I can
gonna
see.
fit
So
in
this,
there.
I can see why this is called the Ultimate Pro because you can emboss with it.
Yeah.
You can score with it to make
Yeah.
boxes and other items. You can make bows with it.
Yeah.
You can measure, you can trim,
Yeah.
you can do all of those things.
You can literally do everything. I mean, and here you've got a little bit of storage for those extra boards that we do.
Yes.
And on here is where you're going to be making your envelopes.
And you can make envelopes
And
with
you
it.
can make envelopes
So
with
boxes,
it.
envelopes, cards, embossing, scoring,
Yeah.
cutting, bow making,
Yeah.
and it all comes in that one package.
Yeah. And it also,
Wow.
you can make a very small or small depth envelope box. So you can make envelopes on here,
Yes.
and you can make an envelope box as well. There's only so many sizes you can go up to, but that's when you're going to bring in your envelope box
Yes.
board that we've got and your
Yes.
box maker board. It allows you to go to obviously bigger sizes, but yes, you can absolutely do everything on
And I
this.
think as well, people always think, oh, well, an envelope is just to put a letter in or a card. But actually, especially if you've created something that's decoupaged or deep or got lots of
Yes.
embellishments and fun, you want a deeper
Yeah.
envelope, or to present it in a box.
little
How
box.
nice is that?
Yes.
To present it in the box.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. $39.99 is the price if you want to get it on its own.
Worth every penny just for this.
I've got something to tell you though. Shh, it's our secret. Because it's the Wake Up with Hobby Maker show, Ellie's done you a special deal. And
We
she's
do love
chucked
Ellie.
in with that the Garden Gnomes pad that we were having a little look at earlier. This is $14.99, folks, on its own. We'll have a quick flick through that in a moment. We had a quick look at it earlier. But that's not all. That's
No?
not all. She's also chucking in the big scoreboard as well.
Oh, that's amazing.
All at the one price,
Yeah.
$39.99. So you're getting the Scoremaster, the big score, the Ultimate Pro you're getting, and you're getting the Garden Gnomes 12x12 paper pad.
That
Blimey.
is,
You can't keep doing that, Ellie. You'll be out of a job. Can't believe it.
I'm very rarely sort of lost for words. We talk for a living. But that did actually, when you said she's putting the big score in as well, I was actually.
How much is the big score on its own normally? $12.99. So that's $12.99. The big score Scoremaster. $12.99. The pad is usually what, $15.99? That on their own,
Yeah.
$12.99 and $15.99. So say
Yeah.
13 and 16. So what's that? £29.
Yeah.
£29 worth of goodies chucked in with your Ultimate Pro.
That is an amazing deal. It really is.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. She'll
No.
be getting us all sacked. Bernadette in there.
Sarah won't be watching this early.
No, good job and all. If she was watching, she'd have passed out by now. There we go. So let's have a quick through the pad. We did start looking at this a little bit earlier, but we had a few graphics problems. This one is not included, this here, because that's my shirt. So on the paper pad, so it's double-sided, 12 by 12. Really, really nice indeed. So I love the Garden Gnomes themes. I really, really love those.
It really is beautiful.
And it's a wider collection, isn't it? The Garden
It is.
Gnomes?
We had, in fact, we've still got, the huge collections that comes with embossing folders. It comes with some beautiful gnome stamps and dies. Those gnomes are just the cutest things ever. But this pad is brilliant. It's standalone. You don't have to use it with those gnomes. If
No.
you didn't know,
Yeah.
or whoever you're making the card for, they're not going to be like, isn't there a gnome missing?
No.
Because they're not. It's beautiful, absolutely on its own. It's a perfect. In fact, it's getting us ready for summer.
Yes.
The summer's like dying to come, isn't it? That
absolutely.
lovely warmer weather.
They won't be saying, I know what you've been up to. How many gnome puns can we come up with? Look at that. I love that. And the great thing as well, I think, about these is you can cut these down to size, because it's a square design. You can cut these down to other sizes, and
Yeah.
nobody will know.
No, absolutely. I think that's the good thing with our 12 by 12 paper pads. You get some that actually you have to use as a 12 by 12 piece, but with
Yeah.
ours, you absolutely can cut them up and cut them down.
I love it.
And again, it's uncoated, so you're going to be able to stamp on there and ink on there if you wanting to. But those are definitely my favourite bits. Those beautiful scenes in the back. I mean, they're a 6x6, so you, like I was saying earlier, you're going to cut those out, you're going to mat and layer them up onto the front of a card, and you've got an instant, very quick card.
I love it. I think it's a really, really clever idea. It's all good to go. There we go, $39.99 is going to get you the Garden Gnomes 12 by 12 paper pad. It's going to get you the big scoreboard as well, which is the Scoremaster board. It's the Scoremaster. Is it that one?
Oh no, that's the big score.
That's the big score. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hold the line, caller. Oh, we've got it here. No, that's not it. That's the envelope. Here we go. No, that's the boxer. This is the last one. Oh, no, that's the boxer as well. The one you get is the one on the screen. There we go. The one you get is the one on the screen. That's what you've got to remember. There we go. Now, we had the big score out because we had it, didn't we, with the Centura Pearl and the pastels, and we had a bit of a graphics problem earlier, which has since been resolved. So it should be $31.98 if you were to buy them individually. Yeah. If you were to buy both, it would be $31.98 if you buy them at individual prices. Look at the shine on that. That's proper pearly, isn't it?
Centura, I mean, before I started working for Crafters, Centura Pearl was by far my favourite coated cardstock. The pearlescent sheen on this, I think, is just next level. It's absolutely beautiful.
Isn't it? It's really pearl-like, really pearl-like. And we're getting all these pastel colours in here. So you're getting the purples, you're getting the blues, you're getting the greens, you're getting the yellows, you're getting sort of that sort of salmon-y sort of colour that's on there as well. But you are getting the big scoreboard in this. In the one I was just talking about a minute ago, I was showing you the big scoreboard, but it's actually the one on the screen that you get with the Gnomes and the Pro. Oh, my word, it was next to me all that time. But this one, you are getting the big score with the Centura Pearl. $19.99. Gwen, you recognise the value in this. I can see that because she's already got this in a basket. It is the Centura Pearl and the big score, $19.99. So the big score is normally $19.99 on its own.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I was giving him a minute. It's normally $19.99 on its own, but you're getting as well the Centura Pearl to go with it.
Perfect pairing those two.
We've got limited amount though as a bundle. So Lorraine, Angela, Gwen, don't forget, do check out, don't miss out. You're getting the big score and the Centura Pearl. Just very quickly on the Ultimate Pro, because I have got the Scoremaster, I just want to make sure that you do see this is the scoreboard that you are getting with the Gnomes. With the Gnomes, 12 by 12 paper pad, and the Ultimate Pro, this is the scoreboard you're getting, not the big score. My apologies, not the big score, it's the Scoremaster that comes in that set. The price I gave you for the Scoremaster was right, though.
Yeah.
The value was right, I just had the wrong one in my hands. There we go, I just wanted to clear that up. Details on the screen on this side.
But again,
there.
so even with the Scoremaster, you do have the possibility on there. It says the box lid and the box base at the sides.
Yes.
So you can still be making boxes on this one. Obviously,
yes.
You're going to be making smaller boxes.
Yeah, just smaller boxes. That's the only difference, really, is it? It's the main difference.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the main
And again,
difference.
you get a lot of people buy the smaller one because it's more portable.
Yes.
They can take it about with them. The bigger one tends to stay at home with the desk,
Yes.
and the smaller one tends to travel about with people.
Perfect.
Or if you only do smaller projects and cards,
Yes.
then that one is absolutely
So
perfect.
if you buy the Ultimate Pro, you are essentially getting the Scoremaster and that free.
Yes.
Because that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
The prices I gave you for those earlier, that was right. I said the wrong one in my hand. Okay. There we go. So, are we going back to the Hobby Maker highlight? So we're going to, because we've had loads of people coming in for this, and we've had a couple of messages in asking, can we show it again? Can we show it again? And we can see the empty one, and it's interesting to look at. It's interesting. You can see the bones of it, can't you? You can see the pockets, and you can see how it hook and loops.
Yeah.
We have to say, don't we? There's a hook and loop in the middle. But what we're really interested in seeing, Michelle, is yours.
Is the full one. The thing is, it's nice to see storage empty, it looks lovely and pristine, but actually you want to see what you can fit in there, because if someone can fit X amount in there, then you know it's for you.
Yes.
So you can see that mine is literally full to the rafters. You can store it either way. You've got that beautiful handle on the top that you're going to carry it about with. But if I unzip mine...
And that's a substantial zip. And this is like almost like a canvassy type.
Yes, yeah.
Material, isn't it? It's very hard wearing.
It's really hard wearing. So if I open that up, you can see, let me stand that up for you. Look at that. I have got so much in there. I mean, each pocket is absolutely packed full. So if I, so you can, again, from the side, look how much is just in there.
I just can't believe how much you can get in there.
No, there's so much. So you can see, I've got all my tri-blends in here. So these 2 pockets are full of tri-blends. I've got lots of stamps in here. I've got lots of my glues, my foam brush. And then in this middle one, again, lots of stamps. Glue pens. I've got lots of ink pads. This is my little pocket that's got all my bits in. So my scissors, my embossing tool, my poker tool. And again, so you can absolutely take that one out if you don't want that one in, if you're not taking that with you.
But again, we were talking about, maybe holiday or something. You could.
Yes.
That would be ideal, wouldn't it? Do you imagine you take your family's bits in there? Make sure you zip it up.
Yes, you zip yours up.
If you had like your family's personal items, their wash or whatever, and then you could just rip the one out and say, "There's yours, Jimmy," and "There's yours, Dad."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So
you can use it for storing all sorts of stuff.
You absolutely can.
Dad, I said. He said, "What sort of name's Bad?" I said, "Dad, Jimmy and Dad."
Well, that's it. Do you know what? I never thought of that. But popping that middle bit out, and then so-and-so can take that to their bathroom.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it's not just for craft. I mean, it's wipe
It's
clean.
brilliant for craft.
It's absolutely brilliant for craft. So if you're a crafter and you're seeing this, yes, absolutely perfect. But our storage is absolutely perfect for anything else. So if you've got, a medicine kit, anything like that, sewing, jewellery making, you can see that in each of mine there is so much in
and
here.
they're not only deep as in, the depth of the pocket from the zip, you can put something quite big in it, but they're quite deep in terms of, you've got these in, for instance, they're quite thick.
Yes,
aren't they?
definitely.
Is what I'm trying to get at.
So if I pop this one on top, so with that extra pad, it's still going to fasten up, so you can see, so I've obviously doubled that up. But again, so if I just show you that there, you can see how much depth, what is it, a couple of inches in that pocket. So you can fit so much in here, absolutely.
I love it. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
And loads of you at home, loving it. Absolutely loving it.
Storage is always popular, and we all love storage. We all love to have that illusion that we do tidy things away.
Yes. I think as well, I think in crafting, obviously, a lot of crafting can be messy with inks and paints and brushes and blending tools and that sort of stuff. And so having something that's wipe clean to be able to put them in, not only keeps them in good condition, it stops them getting your drawers dirty, your other cardstock dirty, and the fact that you can see through them makes it really easy to find what you want.
That's it. And again, so another thing that I absolutely love is the fact that you've got all those individual pockets. So when you've made an absolute mess with your ink pads, or if you've got some of your glitter inks, if you've got anything, you can put them in separate pockets. They're not going to be, dirtying or mucking up anything else, because you've got 12. You've got 12 separate pockets on here.
I love it. And again, you might want to use it as well for jewellery making. You might want to use it for personal items. You want all sorts of different things.
Yeah.
But don't forget as well, you're getting the glue pen set.
I love these.
Yeah, the glue pen set as well. They're normally a tenner on their own.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, so you've got the 3 different pens. So I'll just tell you again. So you've got a chisel nib, a ballpoint nib, and you've got a bullet nib. And again, so you're going to love these. They go on blue, like you were saying earlier. So you can see exactly where you've placed it. Perfect for your gilding flakes, for your glitters, anything like that. You are just... you're just going to play and have a lot of fun. Trust me, just with some glue pens, you're going to love these.
I love them, and I found them really easy to use as well.
Yes.
And when you first prime them to open them, and you have to get the glue down to the bottom of the nib, and I've seen pens before, just pens, and you have to punch the nib and punch it, punch it, punch it. It comes through really easily, very quickly, straight out of the box.
It really does. The only thing that I will say is when you get these delivered, if they are cold, obviously because they've come through the post, don't be sort of, using it and thinking, it's not working, it's not working. It's just because it's cold. Just let them warm up or come to room temperature. Once you use them, get them out, then they're going to work perfectly.
Absolutely brilliant. Don't forget, you're getting those. They're normally 10 quid and £9.99. You're getting those absolutely free. With your Hobby Maker highlight, which is the storage this morning. So don't forget to get checked out on that. Lots of you got it in your basket. Angela, you've got it in there. Suzanne? In there as well. Heather and Gina have checked out with theirs already. And again, every time one of these bundles get checked out, it means there's one less available because we don't have an endless supply. To be able to bring you something brand new and still not only at a great price, but throw in as well the little gift
pens
there as well. We can't do it forever. There's a limited amount, so please make sure that you do get checked out. If you were watching this morning's show from 6 o'clock with Jason from Burst and Gertz, you will know that from 6 until 7, every weekday morning on Wake Up with Hobby Maker, we now do a shop to win your breakfast basket. And we're not talking about croissants and muffins in there. We're talking about whatever you have checked out before 7 o'clock. We've picked a random winner who will this morning win their breakfast basket. Who is it? Can we get a drum roll sound effect, please? No, we'll have to do it right. Here we go! It's Jean Cook from Derbyshire. Woo! Congratulations, Jean. You have won this morning's breakfast basket. Don't forget to tune in again tomorrow from 6 o'clock if you want to be in with a chance to win your breakfast basket. Now, if you checked out before 7 and you were thinking, I don't know if I want to check out before 7 because I might buy something a bit later, I don't want to pay another P&P, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you've checked out once 10 times, as long as you tick combine order on your next order, you won't be charged any more for P&P. There you go. Fantastic. There we go. There we go. What can I tell you? So the Hobby Maker highlight, don't forget, $39.99 is your price. You're getting the storage binder there, and you're getting the glue pens as well.
Have you noticed how the glue pens are sort of getting closer and closer to me?
I have. I'll slowly keep willing them back over onto my side with the samples,
your
but they
side.
keep ending up near your storage. There we go. Just very quickly, Ellie's just said to me, can we go back and have another look at the A3 pastels and the big score? Because these have been so popular.
Yeah.
So popular. So just a little reminder for anybody that's not seen them yet, because it's clearly a popular item. A3. What weight is this, Michelle?
So it's a 310 GSM. So it is absolutely perfect for any boxes, any construction. If you're making bags, card bases. So all my card bases are made with either our Centura Pearl or our cardstock, because our normal white card and black is a 300, but because this has got that coating on top, takes it to a 310, so you've got that extra 10 GSM there. But again, you saw that score line on it earlier. You don't need to worry about scoring this because it's not going to crack. You're not going to crack that beautiful pearlescent sheen on the top and have an ugly white core coming through, because it scores beautifully.
I think that's a really good point, actually, is that there you can see this was scored, when did you say, about a week ago?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
And it's ideal for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely ideal. Great for box making, great for card making. $19.99 is the price, not only for the 20 sheets of Centura Pearl pastels, but also for the big scoreboard as well. There we go, $19.99. I think that's an exceptional price, because this is bigger than A3.
It is, yeah. So it's a 12 by 18, but your A3 is going to fit on there absolutely perfectly.
Brilliant, and there's all sorts of different things you can make on here. You've got cards, you've got boxes, all sorts of different things. I was saying earlier, if you wanted a wine bottle box or something like that, this is big enough probably to make that as well. You've got inches on one side, you've got centimetres on the other, and you've got the scoring tool as well. All £24.99 is your price. There we go. Lots of you checked out on that. Joanne, Andrea, Jenny, Angela as well, Gwen, all sorts. Lots of people. A couple of them bought 2, in fact. Lorraine, she's in Tyne and Wear. What's the weather like up there in Tyne and Wear at the moment today? That's what we want to know. Rocker Blocks. What do we know about Rocker Blocks?
They're fabulous. That's it, the end.
There we go. Tell us what they're used for if anybody doesn't know.
Rocker Blocks, if you don't know, they are used for stamping. But the way that they've been designed, so you're going to rock on and rock off, hence the name Rocker Block. So your stamp is going to go on it, you're going to ink your stamp up and you're going to rock. And just by that motion and the way that these have been designed, you're going to get a perfect stamp, a perfect image every time. You're not going to get that annoying bit that you've missed, you know, and you know that you can't go back in, not with the Rocker Blocks. And again, because of the particular, I don't know, it's all down to the engineering of the shape, isn't it? But they're perfectly shaped to give you an amazing coverage with your stamp.
See, a nice even pressure all the way through. These come in varying sizes, as you can see. And you get not 1, but 2. £14.99 is the price. And you're getting both of the Rocker Blocks packs here. And in these, you're getting different sizes. So you've got the sort of the long one there. I don't know what the actual sizes are, I'm sure it'll tell me. But you've got sort of the long one, you've got the little one as well. I really like the little dainty one, good for stamping on the back of envelopes and that kind of thing.
Absolutely perfect for that.
Brilliant. And then, so you just roll them on. The instructions are on the back there, actually. Let me show you that one, because that one's got, they've both got a label on. I don't think it matters. It's only the code. There we go. You can actually see they give you the instructions on how to use them.
Yeah, again, so that is one thing that Crafters Companion is brilliant at, always giving you instructions on something that they think, actually, will you need it? So just those really simple instructions, and once you use it, you think, actually, I didn't need the instructions, but it's nice that they're there just in case.
Just for the first time.
Yeah.
There you go, the Rocker Blocks, both packs there, £14.99, and I loved I was just waiting for you to stretch your braces there when you went, rock on, rock off. Rock on, rock off. There we go. Again, they're too young to know, aren't they?
Rock on, Tommy.
Rock on, Tommy. There we go. There's the Rocker Blocks. Don't miss out on those. Now, just to finish off, don't forget, this hour is the Hobby Maker Highlight. That means we bring you a great deal for 24 hours only, or while stocks last.
Stock last, yeah.
And these have been going like crazy, haven't they?
Yes, you've been loving them just as much as I have. And I'm guessing that not only, I mean, are you going to be buying them for storage, but like we've said, you came up with the brilliant idea of if you go on holiday or to the caravan, you can be putting each child's toiletry separately into each one of these, because then you can be popping one out and they can each take them to their respective bedrooms or bathrooms.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, as much as this is amazing for your crafts, and again, you can see how much I've got in here, you know, you've got 12 pockets, all jam-packed full of crafty stuff, zips up perfectly, that you just, it's storage. If you're anything like me, any kind of storage, you need it.
I think it's worth noting these have been designed by crafters for crafters, but you could even use them for things like those little building blocks if you've stood your feet on them before, for the kids as well. Loads of nice. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, Michelle.
Nice to see you
really
again.
has. It's been great. Don't forget to tune in a little bit later. What time are you back?
I'm 1, 3 and 5, so I've got this again a little bit later, chalkboard stamps and vintage butterflies.
Don't forget to tune into that. Until then, keep on crafting. We'll see you soon.